Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave. There are three kinds of desires. They are called Lokeshana, Putreshana and Vitteshana. Eshana is desire. Desire is, I want this, I want that in this world, and after I die, I want to go to heaven. So the desires do not conclude after the death. We have also the desire after death I should go to heaven. Okay, good. Then if you want to go to heaven, you must have a son. He will do the Pindadan, and after the Pindadan is done, then only the gate to the heaven is open. Oh, can I adopt a son? Then he will go to the fake heaven. What happened? So, if you adopt a son, you will go to fake heaven. No, I want original. Then you must have a son. But how can I have a son? That you decide. Okay, I will get married. But to get married, you should have money. See how they are connected. So, first is Lokeshana, desire to go to higher world. Therefore, Vitteshana, you should have sufficient money. And then only you can get married, Putreshana. Till such time these three desires are there, we are occupied in this world. Now, after this is over, the second step. So, should we fulfill our desire the way we want, or there should be some discipline, and therefore we are told the path of karma. The path of karma is what? When we have mistaken identity that I am a man, woman, young, old, and therefore I want this, I want that. The insects are coming for satsang. So, these desires are born because of a sense of incompleteness. Then I want to have completeness and desire. But desires cannot keep you quiet. Desires manifest as action. So these three factors, avidya, kama, karma, together are called as Hridaya Granthi, the knot in the heart. Now the knot in the heart is a knot which is not, but very naughty. Avidya Kama Karma. If you take a handkerchief and hit somebody, nothing big will happen. But in the same handkerchief, you make a knot out of it and it will hurt. Similarly, this desire is not, it is something really serious. No. It is only the wrong notions. And therefore, start fulfilling your desires in such a manner that you do not get entangled on the desire. How to do that? Then fulfill your duties without getting entangled in that. By this, our mind will become purer and purer. No more pressure of desires in our mind. Mind free from the impact of desires is closer to the divinity. First step. No, I don't have desire actually, but my mind is very disturbed. It goes here and there. Whenever I want to read, the mind doesn't cooperate. What should be done? So the second problem is, our mind is not available to us whenever we want. Then for that, upasana is told. Then chant the Lord's name. So, the Lord's name should be chanted not mechanically like taking the Ayurvedic medicine. How do we take Ayurvedic medicine? Do we put that terrible medicine in our mouth and we taste? No. Just take it, take a glass of water, have some sweet chocolate. See? That way we chant the Lord's name. Cartoons. What we are achieving by chanting Lord's name, mind should be disciplined. Disciplined mind alone can be used for inquiry. When the mind is not disciplined, we will keep on asking unconcerned questions. And for that, this upasana is told. Upasana is what? We are disciplining our mind in such a manner that mind is available to us whenever we want. And for that, upasana is told many ways. One simple way I will tell you, which you will not do, that also I will. Chant the Lord's name like you are eating a chocolate. How do we take chocolate? Put the chocolate in the mouth, take a glass of water. No. We take the chocolate, park it in the parking lot, and go on enjoying for another half hour. Exactly the same way. Chant the Lord's name slowly. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Then Bhagwan Ram permeates in and through every cell of our body. No hurry. We are not interested in counting the number. How many times I have chanted? No. How much time I was in that theme. Whether you chant for 100 times or you chant for 10 times, so find out how much time is at your disposal. 10 minutes, okay. Not 1 minute more than 10 minutes, okay. Then we chant for 10 minutes. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Followed by silence. And what is that silence? That silence is we are enjoying the bliss of the divine thought. Then old habits again thought will start coming. So when we get an inkling that thoughts are likely to come, again we start Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. By this upasana, mind is made available to us wherever we want. Then the third thing, the mind is now under minimum desire load. The mind is not running here and there. Okay? And the third thing, now that mind is at peace, but not in sleep. So that peaceful, non-sleepy mind is an instrument by which we can inquire, we can experience that where experiencer is not born. Now what is that reality is indicated in this 8th mantra yesterday we saw. Saparyagat, Shukram, Akayam, Avranam, Asnaviram, Shuddham, Apapaviddham, Kavihi, Manishi, Paribhuhu, Swayambhuhu, Yatha Tathyataha, Arthan, Vidadat, Shashvatibhyas Samabhyaha. This is the mantra. Now what is the reality that is experienced by the wise people? So Paryagat means all pervading. All pervading means what? Like I am pervading in my whole body. So there may be differences, but there is no differentiation on account of the differences. Like it happens, two persons talk to each other, maybe on phone, and then the one person asks, are you Tamilian? Yes, I am Italian. And immediately some kind of connection is established. Because although they are different, but common factor is Tamil. Exactly. So Paryagat, instead of looking and finding out the differences, let us try to focus attention on the common denominator. What is the common factor? So Paryagat. Then Shukram, absolutely pure, no impurity. Akayam, beyond the limitation of the gross body. Then Avranam, can never be destroyed, ever the same. Asnaviram, no muscles or no association with the physical involvement. And then it is Shuddham Papaviddham, and it is immaculate, pure, untouched by any effect, remains ever the same like the space. Sarva Drashta is now he who has this experience. Such person is called as Mahatma. Now what do Mahatmas do? Kavihi, Manishi. Now their thinking is different than our thinking. See? Like the thinking of the persons who are involved in money and those who are involved in indulgence, thinking is different. I tell you how I had discovered this principle. This is not from book. Once I was in South Africa with my friend. We went to a mall and seeing something. So something I saw. Then I asked him, I said, hey, now we'll do one experiment. Whole life is experimental. Do one experiment. What is that? Now these things, when I am looking at it, I am thinking, if I have this one, it will be so good. I will be able to control the voice in my recording from a distance. And it will be very useful for me. Because it is available and not very expensive. We can bargain, we can get something. I said, this is the thought coming in my mind when I see the object. Now what thought is coming in your mind? Tell me. He said, Swamiji, you are very smart. I said, don't tell me that. Tell me what thought is coming. He said, I tell you the truth. the thought that is coming in my mind, if I buy this in bulk at a discount and sell thereafter, I will get this much profit. Object is the same. How do we respond? See, friends, in the same manner, life is the same for all of us. But how the wise people interact with the world and otherwise people like us, how they interact in the world. So wise people interaction and otherwise people interaction has got only one difference. The ignorant people interact with the world where I is prominent. I have done this thing, I have done, I am so and so, I am so sorry, I have done. Nothing is without this dirty thing, I. And how the wise people work in this world, they don't bring the I factor, but their understanding is what is good for totality. Like the driving rules, the law of driving car in any country, is it planned with a particular person in view? It is planned keeping the totality in view, is it not? Exactly the same way, the wise people think and guide us, not keeping the individuality in view, but the totality in view. See, friends, now we are all over here, totality. So, whatever is there, good or bad, it is for all. Can I say that I should have a nice AC here and very cool thing, you may sit there? No, it is the same thing for everybody. By this, what happens? We are able to be a commoner than the commonest. Therefore, wise people are not extraordinary. They become so ordinary that the extra that we carry is the I. The wise people have no this extra I. Therefore, Jo dhari rahe so mari rahe. O Lord, thy will be done. And therefore, through the wise Mahatmas, Paramatma expresses. They have neither love nor hatred for anybody. Like the vision has no love or hatred for any color and form, similarly, this is how the ultimate is. This is the meaning of abiding in the truth. So after this is done, now the next theme is very beautiful theme. There are two paths. One path is the path of knowledge and second is the path of karma. So we'll take these three mantras together. Ninth mantra, Andham tama pravishanti ye avidyam upasate tato bhuya ivate tamaha yau vidyaya gamrataha. Anyadevahurvidyaya Anyadahurvidyaya Iti Shushrumadhiranam Yenastad Vichachakshire Vidyam cha Yastad Vedo Bhayagam Saha Avidyaya Mrityum Tirtva Vidyayamritamashnute. And these three mantras, they go together. Now if we want to misunderstand, which is every likelihood, we'll see first that meaning and then we'll understand. Andham tamaha pravishanti ye avidyam upasate. Those who are following the path of ignorance, see, they enter darkness. What is the path of ignorance? Path of ignorance is avidya kama karma. Only karma, 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 They have nothing beyond God. They enter in darkness. How they enter in darkness? See, I have done so much for everybody. My whole life I have spent, but now look at, they are only becoming my enemy. I think I have wasted my life. All those people who become frustrated in their old age, in spite of their success in the life, they are following this path. Annam tamaha pravishanti ye avidyam upasate. How do we know we have lived a proper spiritual life? There will be no regrets and there will be no arrogance ever formed on the mind. Then we have lived the right kind of life. Otherwise, in most of the cases in the old ages, one feels lonely, frustrated, want to find out somebody else's fault, people should improve and they should respect the elders and I am the old, therefore they should respect me, but nobody respects me. See, annam tama pravishanti ye avidyam upasate. Okay. Now the second one is still difficult to digest. Tato bhuya ivate tamaha yo vidyayagam rataha. And those who are following the path of Vidya, the knowledge, they enter in much more darkness. Those who follow the path of ignorance, they enter darkness, this we can understand. But those who are following the path of Vidya, the knowledge, they also enter much more darkness. We get frustrated. Therefore, ignorance is bliss. Don't know anything. After this is said, in the next mantra, the Upanishad says, Anyadevahur vidya, anyadahura vidya. The result, the destination reached by the path of ignorance and the path of knowledge are different. This is what we heard from the wise people. Iti shushrumadhiranam ye nastat vichachakshire. Those who taught us, they told us like this thing. Then, therefore, what is to be done? Vidyam cha avidyam cha yastad vedo bhayagam saha avidyaya mrityum tirtva vidyaya mritam ashrute. So those who follow a perfect balance between vidya, avidya, knowledge and ignorance, they transcend the death by ignorance, avidya, and by the knowledge they attain immortality. Now see how confusing the superficial translation is. And therefore it is said in our scriptures, the scriptures are not studied by the knowledge of grammar. See? How important. Today I was listening some music, some bhajan or kirtan. And at that time a funny thing I discovered. Joy, you have to learn what they do. Suppose they are having some alap, vilap. And then that up and down, that is the spelling of that alap, vilap. See? So, like this girl who sang Swagatam Krishna. So in that, Sani Dhapaga Sadhani and Yaha. So when I was listening to that, what came to my mind? Will anybody ever do like this thing? Like what? I have gone to station STATION. Will ever anybody say? But in that Sangeet, they have this alap, vilap. And in that alap, what is the spelling of that alap? These various taregama, that is the spelling. So when I was listening, this thought came in my mind. I was so happy. That to be happy, you don't require anything. See? Please come to my place. See, OME. But that is what classical music is. You know, those who are lost in the classical music, they are not interested in God or devotion. They are interested. They are like what? Like me. Whenever I read anything, my mind goes in proofreading, a wrong spelling. Those who are accustomed to do the proofreading, they cannot read what is there. They are always searching for this mistake, that mistake. In the same manner, these classical singers, they are like that. And when the correct spelling is told, aha, and then aha, everybody has got a different expression. And one common expression is, kya baat hai? And they hit their hand to whatever is nearest available. Kya baat hai? In Pune it happened. I went for some classical concert, very nice, that man was singing. But I have a limitation, I can't go beyond that. So to some extent I enjoy, not beyond. So the one who was sitting next to me, he was a very great person appreciating. When the right surah comes, right tal comes, he used to say, kya baat hai? And he used to hit his hand. I was sitting next to him on my thigh. Kya baat hai? Once, okay, twice, okay. Third, kya baat hai? Kuch nahi, do nothing. Get away. Friends. Therefore, this looks so abnormal. Vidyam cha avidyam cha jastodvayam vaigam sa avidyayam mrityum tatyatvam. By ignorance you conquer death, and by knowledge you attain immortality. Looks so funny, cannot be the Upanishad. Then we have to understand the import and the meaning of the word with reference to context. And that is done. Therefore, tad vijnanatham gurumeva vigachet samit vanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Therefore, one should never study the scriptures only by taking the book in the hand and feet on the table and coffee in the other hand. No. Tad vijnanatham gurumeva vigachet samit vanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Now, who is the Guru? Shrotriya Brahmanishta, the one who is very well versed in the scriptures and not only talking but living that knowledge 24/7. That is the teacher who can tell us perfectly. Now, what is that? Andham tamaha pravishanti ye avidyam upasate. So, what is avidya? Avidya is not knowing who we are, what is the world, who is God, what is the spiritual life, and what is God realization. Nothing is known. Avidya. When I do not know who am I, what is the world, who is God, everything, then what will happen? I will start imagining what I am finite. Only this body I am, that body I am not. Avidya, incompleteness in knowledge. Remember this translation. Avidya is not absence of knowledge. Knowledge can never be absent. Knowledge can be incomplete. So, those who are under the influence of this incomplete knowledge, they have this notion, I am body, therefore I am incomplete, and things are other than me. If I get that thing, then only I will be complete, and therefore I have a desire and I act on that. So, Andam tamaha pravishanti ye avidya upasati. Then what will happen? So, avidya leading to the kama, the desire manifesting as the karma. So, avidya kama karma is the area of ignorance. So, they are in this ignorance, andam tamaha, and then there is no end. How there is no end? Have we ever attained thus far, not further? We want more and more and more. So we have to put a limit to ourselves. Thus far, not further. Then slowly we will be able to rise above, and this can happen only by analyzing and learning from our own experiences. What is our experience? Experience is our mind cannot remain attracted, attached, indulgent with the same thing, the same place, the same indulgence all the time. It is not possible. That is the way the mind is. See? So once we learn that, then we will live intelligently in this world, but not get entangled in this world. Annam tama pravishanti ye avidyam upasate. Those who are living as a body, for the body, on everybody, they will continue to remain in this karma, and because they are living in the karma, they will go to the higher world or the lower world, Sarga or Narak. And tato bhuya ivate tavaha yo vidyaya gamrataha. And those who are only engaged in upasana, all the time upasana, and leading a life of fearful existence. See? How many people who do upasana and they carry the fear in their mind. Upasana Ekadashi. Those who are the followers of Vaishnava Sampradaya, they follow Ekadashi. So that also, Swamiji, you don't follow Ekadashi. I said, it's not like that. That depends where I am. Meaning what? Meaning, because I had to take food everywhere outside. My sadhana is that only. 365 multiplied by 3 are the menus that go through. Try. Then you will understand what is the spiritual practice. So, Ekadashi, I don't follow, but I follow also. How come? Whose house I have got a lunch or a dinner? If the house is the Gujaratis and Marwaris, then I follow Ekadashi. They know how to eat. So lovely dishes they come. I follow Ekadashi. Other people I don't follow. So one lady like this, Swamiji, now what will happen? I said, what has happened? Nothing will happen. No, you don't know. Today the Ekadashi and I have eaten rice on Ekadashi. Now what will happen? I said, nothing. You go to hell. Now learn. If I am doing Ekadashi, observing Ekadashi, and if something is wrong, whatever may be the reason, I will be living in fear. Because I is there. I observe Ekadashi. Now, next thing, when the food goes in the stomach, after that, what are the possibilities? 3 possibilities. 1, constipation. 2nd, dysentery. 3rd, proper digestion. So, if there is a constipation, it is a sin. If it is a dysentery, it is a merit. If it is a proper digestion, what happens? Therefore, what we have to learn, I have eaten food on the Ekadashi, therefore sin and merit. But when the food goes in the stomach, there this notion doesn't come. I am digesting the food, and therefore, what is the meaning of Tato bhuya yote tamayo vidyaya gamrataha? Those who are thus leading the life of upasana, they at the most go to the world of their own gods. So the Shiva's followers, they go to the Kailash. The Vishnu's followers, they go to the Vaikuntha. And how many days? Till your visa is valid. Come back. Shine punde marte lokam vishanti. Therefore, what is to be understood is this. That neither we want to get lost in this punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, nor we want to go to various gods' abode and come back. Therefore, the balance is required. So anya devahu vidyaya, anya darahu vidyaya, I told you. Now, what is the balance? Vidyam cha avidyamkam yastat vedo bhayagam sa. We have to follow both. Avidya is the path of karma. Vidya, path of upasana. 2 of them. Now the teacher says, Yastat Vedo Ubhayagam sa, you have to have, or we have to have a perfect balance between karma and upasana. Now what is the balance? Karmani, karma is for fulfilling the desires, or karma is for purification of the mind. when we do something to fulfill our desires, there is no end to it. You fulfill one desire, second is standing in queue, what about me? There is no end to it. But if karma is done to discover fulfillment in life, what is the fulfillment? Whatever I am supposed to perform as a body in this world, I fulfill all my obligations in this world, and therefore there are no more regrets that, oh, I should not have done this thing, I should have done this thing. They are no more there because you have lived your life as required. Friends, in the old age, these regrets kill a person. It's so important. Both ways, those who torture others and those who get tortured. In Delhi, there was a lady, very old, must be about 85 or so, very rich, multi-millionaire, and her husband died. So, because one of my friend knew, so he said, Swamiji, then Amma, she has lost her husband, so will you please come and talk to her? I said, okay, we are a master key, fit everywhere. So I went there. And then afterwards, I was imagining that she will be miserable, sitting like this thing, No, nothing. She was full of energy. And there were so many people. And what they were doing, change the old furniture. Complete draperies, complete all the draperies. He was in the grave or buried or burned. Second day onward they started. So her other children, they were telling Mummy, why are you doing like this? See, Dad has died only 2 days before. You are doing this thing. You don't talk to me. Why? See what she said. That man did not allow me to do anything in my life. If I want to do something, he will say no. And I have no choice. Now I want to teach him. How can you stop me from doing whatever I want? And she said further, I will spend every pie that he has kept behind. And then I will die. Now tell me, what kind of life she must have been living? Complete separation, frustration. It comes out. Therefore, karma we do. Karma is done for purification of the mind. And what is the purification of the mind? Karma is done not as an obligation to anybody, but karma is done, it is our necessity. My friends, if you take this takeaway, remember this, whatever we do in our life, nobody needs that. It is our need. Like I am talking to you here. I am 100% clear, nobody needs my talk. Then why I am talking? At least you are giving me an opportunity to think loudly. See? Now once we have this approach, then whatever we do in our life, it is our necessity. We can never have the arrogance of success or the guilt of failure. See friends, that is the meaning of practice of avidya. So karmani chitta shuddhyartham. And aikagratam upasana, vidya means upasana. So we are following the upasana so that the impact that upasana is on our mind. So our mind has got two problems. One is a burden of desire in the form of likes and dislikes, and the unsteadiness of the mind, because the mind keeps on jumping from one to other thought or other topic. Therefore, mind is given only one topic. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. When we chant the Lord's name, Paramatma being infinite, our mind does not create a thought flow. Whenever the theme is finite, a thought flow is created. It is for this purpose the karma and upasana should be understood and practiced. This is the meaning of these three mantras. Now the next three mantras. Andham tama pravishanti ye asambhutim upasate tato bhuya eva te tamo yau sambhutyagam rataha anya devahur sambhavat anya dahur sambhavat iti shushrumadhiranam enastadvichachakshire sambhutim cha vinasham cha yastadvedo bhayagam saha vinashena mrityum tirtva sambhutyamritam. First of all, we try to understand the spiritual practice with reference to I. See? So what is spiritual practice with reference to I? Karma and upasana. Karma is meant for purification of the mind. Upasana is meant for the single pointedness of the mind. So, next step, where is our attention? There are two possibilities. The first possibility, andham tamaha pravishanti ye asambhuti upasate. Asambhuti means unmanifest. Sambhuti means manifest. Andham tamaha pravishanti ye asambhuti upasate. Those who get lost in the scientific approach, and one of the biggest problem in scientific approach is we remain objective in our pursuit. See, sometime in 2015 or so, there was one word very common those days, and the word was God particle. And that God particle word, somebody asked me in London, Swamiji, you know, so and so scientist has coined that God particle. We are the God particles, or something like that. So, what you have to say? I said, I don't think and talk on the wrong questions. You just brush like that. I said, yes, this is the truth. How it is the truth? I said, tell me. God is finite or infinite? Infinite, of course. If God is infinite, what is the fraction of infinite? Is the north, east, west, south are the fractions of the space? They are imaginary. Imagine you can anything. That means that scientist who is a Nobel Prize winner and he has written so many books, the principle of time he has written. I said that is also wrong. Then the person who got frustrated. He said, how say it is wrong? I said, tell me what is time according to that scientist. Then he said, you know, the time taken by the earth around this thing, that thing. I said, what you are talking, we don't agree. Why? What you are talking is the measurement of time. You are not talking about time. 1 hour is measurement of time. 1 year is measurement of time. Measurement is different from the object measured, is it not? 1 kilometer. Is it an object? Distance of space. Give me 2 kilos. What? No, give me 2 kilos. What? Object. So, what you are talking about, the time, is the measurement of time, not time. So God particle is wrong, time is, yes, that is also wrong. Then what is the truth? You are the truth. See, Tattvamasi. See, friends, Bhagavad Gita tells what is time. Arjuna was frustrated. See? Ko bhavanugra rupaha, oh Lord, who are you, the terrible one? Bhagavan Krishna smiling details. Kalosmilu kakshaya krut pravruddhaha. I am time, not the measurement of time. And what is the time? Time is that principle which supports all the changes without undergoing any change. How simple it is. Therefore, andam tama pravishanti asambhuti upasate. They continue their inquiry objectively. Until such time you are objective in your pursuit, you will be lost. Then, tato bhuya ivata tamaha ya sambhutyagam rataha. And the second type of people are engaged only in the sambhuti, the manifest. So all the time they try to use the things, how the garbage can be used, how the people can be used, how the votes can be used. So these two, those who are inquiring into the infinite and those who are getting lost in the finite, both of them are going the wrong way. Then what is the right way? Right way, you have to understand that the finite is an appearance on the infinite. So find it out. So, if we want to help, see, let us take, we want to help our family, and there are a dozen of people. Then we have to see that every person of the family is happy and comfortable. Then naturally the total family will be happy. Exactly. We have to take care of the individual life. So if we are at peace, everybody around us will be at peace. But what happens? We want to make the world happy. Sambhuti. The whole world requires, and it should be done, it should be not done, and then we get lost. Friends, we have to have this perfect balance in life. In Mumbai, near Shivaji Park, at a particular time, one lady comes in her car, and at particular time, in that particular place, immediately from nowhere, dozens of dogs come. And then she feeds those dogs. Doesn't talk to any human being. Feeds them and all that thing, and the dogs are wagging the tail, and they go, ah, what a joy it is feeding the dog. Do that. But don't make it as a project. Friends, life should be well organized, not the organizational approach should be the life. We have to be disciplined, but don't get lost in creating some kind of project out of it. When this is done, then only we will be living in the relative world, but we will transcend the relativity and thus come to discover our essential nature. Therefore, sambhutim cha vinasham cha yastad vedo bhayagam sa vinashena mrityum tirva sambhutyam mృతం vashnute. Therefore, sambhuti, the manifest, vinasham, the unmanifest. We have to look into both. Manifest is this gross world and unmanifest is the mind. So when the gross world, when we are awake, and unmanifest when we are all by ourselves, in both the places, our equanimity should be perfectly maintained. Such a person alone can think of something higher in life. See, only extrovertedness is not enough. Only introvertedness is not enough. We have to live in this world and yet not getting disturbed by the things and beings around us. That is the meaning of spiritual life. Otherwise, leave everything and go in the Himalayas. Why? I want to do sadhana. What sadhana? You'll see next time you go to some remote places, meet any Babaji. They will say, oh, you have come after a very long time. I was just waiting for you. They want the people to come and talk to them. You can't stay alone. You are human beings. Therefore, real spiritual practice is what? If I say, I can drive the car perfectly, never made any accident. See, I have got a driving license. Wow. Which are the areas, places you were driving the car? You ask an old man. Wife will reply, he never drove the car. So when you never drive the car and therefore you have not committed an accident, what is great about it? In the same manner, we are living very much in this world and yet the world doesn't touch us. That is the spiritual life. Therefore Baba says, Jatilo Mundi Lunchate Kesha Kashayam Bhokrata Vesha, it doesn't help. Gurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Mrita Paripalan, it doesn't help. Agre Vandi Prushte Bhanu Ratro Chubuk Samarpita Janu, it will not help. Then Angam Galitam Palitam Mundam Dashara Vihinam Jatam Tundam, that will not help. Because all these things are done with reference to desire. Have desires, but let the desire not govern our life. Thus, lead such an ordinary, simple life that nothing can touch us. Padma Patra Vivambasa. Bhagwan Krishna says, like the lotus leaf in the water. It is born in the waters, it maintained in the water, but none of the water drop can touch in the same manner. The real spiritual life is, we have to be in the midst of everything and yet we have to be untouched by anything. This is the meaning of these 6 mantras. After having said this, now last 3-4 mantras are the prayers to the Lord. So what is the prayer? Hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham tattvam pushanna pavano satya dharmaya drishtaye. Hey Pushan, O Lord's Son, kindly help me to remove the covering of ignorance. Why should I remove? Satya dharmaya drishtaye, because I am the follower of Satya, I want to know the truth. Now be attentive. What is the covering? Like this table is covered by the cloth, that is a dumb understanding. Real covering is what? Real covering, I will give 2-3 examples. The ocean is covered by the waves. First covering. When we go to the seaside, what we talk about, see how the waves are coming very strong. So we are talking about the waves, not the ocean. Then the water is covered by the ocean. Meaning what? We are not looking at the truth, but we are looking at conditioned expression. So, Satyasyapi etam mukham. In the same manner, we think ourselves to be man, woman, young, old, rich, poor. So our divinity is covered by the gross body identification. Then papoham, papakarmaham. Then our divinity is covered by the sense of doership. Drop this. Satya dharmaya drishtaye. If we want to discover our essential nature, don't get carried away by these 2 coverings. Covering number 1, body identification. Covering number 2, the notion that I am a jiva. Oh Lord, help me get out of this too. So if we are out of, to some extent, on the body identification, worldly things will not influence us. If we are with minimum influence of the world at the mind level, then we have removed another covering. And this is what every day happens when we go to sleep. Satya hai. In the sleep, we are neither identified with the body or the mind, but we continue to be. Therefore, Yanisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagrati Sayyami. The wise man is awakened to that divinity to which average people are sleeping. And he is sleeping to the average people's experiences because he has discovered the highest truth. Therefore, this is the meaning. Hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukam. All our attention goes only on the names and the forms. And if we, for this technique I tell you, technique is bhavana. We do that, but we don't know we are doing that. Now what is bhavana? See? Once one NRI mother came to India somewhere I saw. She came with her NRI breed. Lord Shiva's temple. In front there is Nandi. So this child came and climbed on the Nandi and so the Pujari pushed him out, don't do like that. Now we have to understand. For the child it was an object to play with. But for us it was the divine. So what is in this world is decided by our vision. The child's vision was covered by ignorance and the teacher's vision is not covered by ignorance. So although he is seeing the stone, he is seeing the bull, but he is experiencing the divine. Exactly the same way. Although we are seeing somebody, we see as a friend or enemy, good or bad, but if we are able to go beyond all these coverings, then only we will be able to recognize, and for that, Tattvam Pushan Apavruno. Pushan, O Lord Son, kindly help me to get out of these wrong notions that we have. So what is the covering that we are under which suffocating? Only one covering, wrong notion. First, wrong notion about the world. Second, wrong notion about ourselves. Third, wrong notion about the spiritual practice. Fourth, wrong notion about God realization. These wrong notions are hiding our divine nature. O Lord, kindly help me to remove them. Bhushanne karshe yamasurya prajapatya vyuha rashvin samoha tejo yatte rupam kalyanatam tatte pashyami yosavaso purushaha sohamasmi. Hey Bhushanne karshe yamasurya, these are the various names of Lord's Sun in the sky. See, hey Prajapatya, the son of Prajapati, kindly withdraw the rays and let me see the sun without rays. Because of the rays of the vision, I see the colors and forms. And therefore my attention is not on the vision. So if I am looking at the world, seeing is happening, but seer is not born, we have understood this mantra. So Pushan Ekarshe, the one, the same reality is expressing through the eyes, ear, nose, etc. We focus attention on that and Yatte Rupam Kalyanatamam, and that is the ultimate blissful experience of our being, and that is I am. Sohamasmi, that is my essential nature. Come to discover this. O Lord, please help me in this. Vayuhu anilam amrutam ataidam basmantam shariram Om krato smara krutagam smara krato smara krutagam smara. Now at the time of death, the prayer is, this air, individual air will merge with the total air. This gross body will be reduced to the ashes, and the reality that I am, it should merge in the absolute. And for that, we are telling to ourselves, Om Krato Smara Krutagam Smara. All what you have been doing in your life, think of that. And if we have been only fighting, shouting, that only will remember. Now one important thing I tell you. at the time of death, we are left with no choice whether we want to do something or not do something. Only that thing which does not require efforts, that alone happens. Be attentive. That it does not require effort, it happens. Now this I read earlier, but where I experienced this. There used to be one lady from Sikkim. She used to come and spend 2-3 months with me in Kaivalya Dham, Lonavala, Maharashtra, because it was very cold in Sikkim. So she used to come. She was a Buddhist by religion, very sincere. And she will be hardly coming for satsang. Her whole time used to be clean my house. I had a big house, very beautiful. So she used to every day clean, wipe the floor, and hardly anybody coming and going, but she used to do it as a ritual. Remove all the bed sheets every day, wash them, no washing machine, with the hand. Whole day working. So one day I was playing fool with her. I said, Mama, our house, the outer side of the walls are very dirty. I said and went to my lectures. And when I came back, I was shocked. From somewhere she got a ladder, and that lady climbed with a bucket and soap water in that, and with the hand she cleaned all the walls from outside. You can imagine? I said, are you mad, crazy? Why you do so much? He said, Swamiji, you don't understand anything. I said, tell me. You have seen me how I sleep? I said, yes. You sleep like a pig. He said, yes. It is for that I do it. I earn my deep sleep, for that I work the whole day. See? We don't get even good sleep. And all the time, Swamiji. And when I was that time in US, when she died, her son called me. Swamiji, we don't know. Mummy is on the deathbed and she is only telling Swamiji, and she wants to say something but she can't say. So is there something you know about her and all that? I said, I do not know anything. What I concluded, that which does not require any effort at the time of death for chanting or thinking or remembering, that only is remembered. Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter. Yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram. At the time of death, whatever is the last thought, that is the blueprint we give to God. Kindly make this my next house like this. And at the time of death, if instead of thinking of God, if we think, oh, after I die, what will happen to my dog? Next life, See, friends, therefore, krato smarat pratakam smarat, krato smarat pratakam smarat. Think of what you have been doing, and that will be your blueprint for the next life. Agnene supatharai asman vishwani devo vayanani vidvan yoyodhyasva juhuranameno bhoishtamte namoktim videva. So, O fire, Agnene supatharai, kindly lead us by the right path so that we are able to attain fulfillment in life, and may we be protected from going by the wrong way to the wrong destination. And for that, Bhoishtam Namo Uktim Videva. We offer our salutations again and again. Please bless us that we emerge in the Absolute. With this Ishavasya is complete. If you see, everything is included in this Upanishad. Let us practice it and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.